Hey everyone, Dave here. Welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. What I want to talk to you about today is comparing Hell Hades just released a video showing from the data that they collect from the optimizer in his website, the best teams, the fastest teams, the strongest champs that you've seen all over the world, like best champs, best teams in the world for Raid Shadow Legends for 2022-2023, and I wanted to compare this with my account and then talk about how would this compare to average players. Okay, so let's jump right into it. First screenshot that I have, and I will link Hell Hades' original video in the description below. If you're not already following Hell Hades, he's the biggest content creator in Raid Shadow Legends. Just go and follow him for sure and watch the original video. So this is the first thing. Most commonly used champs in the whole game. I'll go through them and tell you what I think about them and whether I'm actually using them or not. So Cold Heart, yes, for sure. She goes into my Spider team. She goes into my Dark Fae team still. Fire Knight team. No, I don't think I'm running Cold Heart anymore in my Fire Knight team. I'll check it with you when we come to Fire Knight. Cell of the Drakes, I was using her everywhere. Now probably only in some Doom Tower hard bosses and of course Faction Wars, but she's one of the best champs in the game. If you didn't get lucky with support, with healers and revivers, uh, controlled champions because of her stuns, she's one of the best champs in the game. So yes, of course, Ninja. Everybody's always been like a limited promotion over a year ago. A lot of people, let me say that, have Ninja. I'm not using my Ninja much, to be honest. I've never found, though he's a very strong champ. I'm using him somewhere on my like Doom Tower hard bosses and in Faction Wars, but not that much. Seer, yes, of course. I'm running Seer in dungeons and everywhere. If you have Seer, you build not early game, not mid game, but just when you're moving out of mid game. Seer comps make your life hard. Doom Tower hard, make your life easy. In Doom Tower hard, in all the dungeon runs, any wave based content, Seer will just take all the waves out. Which bring us, of course, more to Chimera. Chimera is much more than this, but let me talk about that specific piece. Chimera and Renegade, you reset champs that you build the team around, and you'll find specific videos for Seer comps. Seer, well, basically someone buffing the whole team, like I have Duchess on a couple of my teams. I'll show you the teams. Seer will take the whole wave down, then Chimera or Renegade reset, and then they do it again. Lydia is a guaranteed champ from beating faction wars, and of course that's why a lot of people have her. She's one of the best champs in the game. Applies the buffs, decrease defense and weaken, puts speed and strengthen on the whole team. So yeah, she's amazing. Her passive is super OP. That she prevents the revive of the other team and then revives your team instead. So of course, Renegade, many Chimera with one less reset. You'll see also Yumiko, but Yumiko's avoid Legos, that's why we're seeing more of Chimera and Renegade. Allure, best champ for Fire Knight because of her decreased turn meter, and for Dark Fae, of course, why. Royal Guard dropped off the charts maybe last year because Cold Heart was doing a little bit of a better job and he started to drop off when they released the dungeon levels from 21 to 25 and they limited the amount of max HP damage that people can do. Royal Guard dropped off, but now with Hydra, Sand Devil, and Iron Twins, he's coming back into the scene. And Duchess just is one of the most powerful revivers in the game and support champs. If you have Duchess, you're using her, yeah, of course, she's used most commonly. So I would say that I'm using almost all of them. I have only one Chimera and no Yumiko, so I'm using Renegade in my double reset for Doom Tower hard floors, normal floors. So I'm using all of them almost, except for Ninja. The Ninja and Royal Guard maybe that I'm using less than the other ones. Okay, let's start comparing what we have for our dungeon teams. This is the best dungeon teams for 2022, and then this is HH team, and then 2023. Double Cavalax, Tudor, of course, they can apply, I don't know, 100 poisons, take down the waves, take down the boss, and we see Seer here. I've been using a Seer comp for my dragon. I'll show you a run right now because this is a short one. And it was fine. I was using a Seer and Kymar comp, and then I was using, I think, Badel and Venus for the poisons take down the dragon. That gave me, I think, if I remember my fastest time with this team, it was 115. So no way near those crazy numbers, but I still considered it fast. Let me show you my current team. I got lucky, which was one of the best things that happened to me. I was chasing, well, I wasn't chasing. I went to Fortis guaranteed event, though he's crap. I thought he's a void Lego, and I'm pulling dupes, so let me get him for the guaranteed event. I had the shards, and I then got a crazier, which was 100 times better. So this is my current Dragon team. That's a fast run, as I said. So I'll show it to you, and then I'll show you the best time I have with it. It's not 26, it's not 16, it's not those crazy numbers. But basically, yeah, it's debuffs and buffs on us, Duchess, and then takes down the whole wave. Some things that you'll notice for my Dragon and Fire Knight team, I'm using Duchess for the Seer comp because she gives me a bit of security in case Seer and Acrisia don't work in clearing the boss. Um, Probably if you have another support champ, I don't know, maybe I'll test Elva when I build her. I went for the guaranteed Elva as well from Ancient Shards, if I remember, because Duchess animation are a bit slow. So if you're talking about speed teams, Duchess will slow you down because her A1 motion is very slow. Well, and maybe also her A2. Still with that team, I'm doing quite a good time, so I'm not complaining. But if I already have Elva built, so maybe I'll test her. If she gives me a few seconds more, the idea about speed farming here, it's not bragging. It's about that when you're doing the tournaments, whether it's the Dragon tournaments or whatever, every few seconds you shave off your run will mean that you'll get the points for the event faster and you don't have to keep running it for hours and hours. And that's why if you're still early or mid game and you're doing a certain level of dungeon, and that's my fastest time with this team, 54 seconds. So that's okay, I guess. That's why if you're doing a certain level of dragon, let's say level 17, in 3-4 minutes, I recommend you to drop to level 13, where you start getting 6-star gear. Because if you're doing it in a minute and a half, if you're doing it in half the time, that will make much more sense. You don't want to remain there for 24 hours running dragon. So, okay. So, this is dragon. For IR Twins, I have a dedicated video on my team. I don't have keys to show you the actual team right now, but I released it early. It helped the community, I guess. And it was a budget, I wouldn't say free to play, but a budget team because it had Brogni. Brogni was a fusion, maybe too far into the past now. I'm using Geomancer for damage. And then the three other champs, Godseeker and Eerie, maybe the hardest to get from that comp. Vogoth, another non-void epic like Geomancer, so a bit easier to get over time when you start hitting Iron Twins. And then the last one I had, um, who am I running there? So Vogas, Progny, Godseeker, Geomancer, and Mithrala. Yes, Mithrala for additional support. Mithrala you get her anyway from hitting even the lowest level of Hydra clan boss. So that's my team. I won't be able to show it to you today. But again, go check the video. I have a dedicated video on the run, and I think the best time I got was 1 minute 15. But I think the average is 2.5 minutes, to be honest, on that team. And it does work on all affinities. So again, go check that video. So yeah, that's the solo dragon. I'm pretty end game right now, and I don't do solo dragon because I think that's the most valuable resource in Raid Shadow Legends is not silver, it's not gems, it's not sacred shards or Lego books, it's your time. So yeah, just run a fast team. If you're not farming enough food, that's okay. It will take you a bit longer. Just enjoy the game and don't optimize anything. So yeah. Okay. Let's go into the craziest builds. I pulled Valk recently, but because my teams are already on order, I didn't build her yet. But look at this number. Of course, there's Ultimate Death Knight too. 9k defense. And I'm assuming that whoever got 9k defense on their Valkyrie or Ultimate Death Knight will also have proper stats elsewhere. Let me go to my account and check who I might have the highest defense on. Compare maybe Ignatius, so 4.3 defense, maybe Drixar 3.7. Yeah, I don't build that many defense champs to be honest, but let me check here. No, that's too low. Mithrala, no, I think I go more for HP than defense, only 3k. What about my Duchess? No, those number. So I don't build defense champs, so I won't go anywhere near that. And I don't have a properly built champ that stacks defense. Like for Ultimate Death Knight, for his passive, you want defense. For Valks, for his shield, for those Infinity, Clan Boss, crazy comps. So yeah, I won't compete with this one. For Spider, 4 seconds. Okay, we have multiple Theodores, we have multiple Cold Hearts and Tunisia. Let me show you my Spider team. It won't compare to 1014 or 4 seconds for sure. But let me show you my current Spider 25 team. So this is my team. I've got, what's her name again? Yeah, Sisya. Sisya, I used to have Cold Heart here, but since I got Acresia, I threw her everywhere, of course. And then Achak, Mordecai, and Kaimar for the burns. I think I used to have a faster team, so the fast time that we're seeing might not be the fastest I had before. I think I changed Venus build. I used to have Venus here for defense down and weekend, but I had to remove her because I changed the build to be able to farm Fire Knight 25, which I just created a team for most recently. So that's my team, and I think the average time is 30 seconds. But yeah, like you see, the fastest I got was 19, and I believe it was with the other team, but this is my consistent team now. So that's Spider. What's next? Oh, no, I don't have anyone that can barely compete with that. I'm not sure why, but I'm not building many defensive champs, whether it's HP or like my Duchess is 77k. I have a second Stone Skin Duchess, and probably she'll be tankier in Stone Skin, so it's like 95. Okay, and 95k HP is a lot, especially in Stone Skin. Let's see, Brogni probably might be quite tanky because I have him in a shield set, so he's like, yeah, 83k. Like if I have Mountain King and I don't have him and I got to 80k, 90k HP, I would be over the moon, but those are crazy numbers, okay? 10k attack, so it's not only about the attack. Baron is the strongest nuker in the game right now. You have 10k attack and 356 crit damage. Okay. I'm not farming Savage enough, and you will have Baron and Savage to do that trick. So I have 6k attack and 234 crit damage. I would say if you're in game and you've done proper gear farming, this is as high as you can go. I'm not saying that my stats are the best. I'm talking about average in game players here. If you're farming gear a bit more, maybe you can push this to maybe 6.5k and 250 crit damage. But like 10k with 350 crit damage, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Like by the best person I have who owns, I personally know in our clan who got a lot of savage gear and can push the stats farther. And by the way, shout out to him. I'll link his Twitch below. Trick or Treat, my clan mate. He's got some crazy champs with crazy builds, and I think he now streams raid almost daily, doing account takeovers and Hydra like takeovers fights. So show him some love. I'll link his Twitch below. Uh, Go watch his streams, and he makes fun of my builds now. But yeah, let's go make fun of him, if nothing at least. Okay, so that's the 10k Baron. 415 crit damage, as I said. Yeah, probably the best I have is 240 crit damage. As you can see, I was having quite some audio and video issues on the previous recording, but it was too long. I've done some work on it and I didn't want to repeat it, so I just wanted to record that last piece again to release the video for you today as well. What do we have left from Hell Hades comparisons that was corrupted from the previous video? We have Fire Knight. Those numbers are absolutely crazy. I'll show you my team and what I'm doing here. And of course, everything is slow. But yeah, let's see. So till very recently, I've been farming level 20 just because my seer wasn't strong enough to clear level 25. I couldn't find a solution to have seer and reset to clear the waves and then someone to take care of the boss without without spending too much time or without shuffling all of my gear because Seer is optimized for Doom Tower hard all the way up, but still she cannot clear the waves on Fire Knight 25 on her own. So this is my current team. Let's actually do a run while we're talking about it. Uh, so I'm depending on Acrisia. Acrisia was really a game changer, even for an in-game player like myself, because Acrisia can help clear the waves, as you will see now, with Seer, with the buffs from uh, Venus. She's an immunity, and I think she's an immunity and one of those divine sets to give her just an extra buff. And then um, with we don't need the reset because probably they are doing a few A1s. I've adjusted the AI so they will go into wave 2 more or less ready for the second seer karma burn. And then for the boss, between Acrisia and Allure controlling the boss's turn meter, we should be completely good. Like you see here, Seer is not ready yet, but I cannot afford to add Chimer to that build. Just my builds are not that strong. But maybe they can be, but I need some gear farming. That's why I'm farming here for Savage and Regen and all of those good sets. Uh, yeah, but basically one Duchess makes that run safe in case something goes wrong. But again, as I was saying, also for like the Dragon run, I'll test Elva when I build her. So I will try to focus with Elva's build on Hydra. I need to build more champs for Hydra. I don't have optimized Hydra teams yet. So, but if it works here too better than Duchess with faster animations, probably she's going to replace Duchess on this team. Uh, but even as such, I'm doing like an average of 2 minutes, 2 minutes and something on Fire Knight 25. I never like just stay and watch the run. Probably it's just grinding somewhere while doing somewhere else. So yeah, but it's very consistent. Duchess makes sure that run almost never fails. And I'm happy to farm 25 because of that just tiny percentage of better gear that you can get. So I'll let that run finish, and I just have one last piece probably to show you um, from the Hill Hades best stats. And again, I apologize for how bad the previous video went. I considered re-recording the whole thing, but with work and everything, it's very disappointing just to throw all of that work away. Okay, so you see, basically it's Acresia. My Acresia is unrelentless and she's getting the job done. Yep, not a good piece, but you can see the damage and everything here. Okay, so what else do we have left from those stats? Okay, this is the thing is that it's not only 900% accuracy. Those warlords, Yumikus, and probably Chimers as well, they got 900 accuracy with a speed faster than my Arbiter that doesn't need accuracy. So, what can I say? Uh, Probably I need to do like to invest thousands of energy into gear farming if I want to get to that level. 900 accuracy is ridiculous. I think that the highest accuracy on champs that I have, maybe Ramantu and Stone Skin. Not that No Skin makes it difficult to stack accuracy, but 500. I run him with Yushi, who goes before him for increased accuracy. Let's see if my Lydia got more accuracy. So 500. The average is 500. If you squeeze it too much, you might get to maybe 600 with better gear, which is more than enough. Like, I think that the highest you need inside the game is 500, more or less, but even for Hydra. But for PvP, for Arena, plat pushes, it's a different story. So, yeah, those numbers are too much into the Kraken land. Same here, like we're talking 445. 445 is almost 100 speed faster than my Arbiter. I till now I've been playing for over 3 years. I don't have a single speed piece with quad rolls on speed. So yeah, my Arbiter is probably at 348, 49. So yeah, again, a lot and a lot of gear farming. If you want to get closer to that level, or even my level if you're not there yet, you need just to stop everything you're doing in game and invest thousands and thousands of energy into farming a specific dungeon till you get the pieces you need. Again, like the resistance, and again, those champs are built not only with resistance but with HP, defense, and probably over 200 speed for go second teams in Plat Arena. So yeah, like I'm not getting there. That's too much. Like, let's see what is the highest resistance I have on a champ. It might be my Stone Skin Duchess. So let me see. Yeah, and she's like a 500 resistance. Probably my Brogni also got the same level of resistance. And then if I run her with, I don't run her as lead. I run her with a resistance lead, just to make sure that this is boosted a little bit. But again, same like accuracy, the realistic level for most of in-game players is around 500 resistance and accuracy. That was a piece that I wanted to show you from the video that was corrupted. I'll try to edit it, make it somehow usable, and send it your way today as well with the Fusion video. Please like and subscribe. We need the subs to reach 500 subscribers by end of March and join the official content creator program by end of year.